Right. I'm sorry if this video seems rushed, but in case you don't know the situation, let me tell you the situation, eh? Because this is going to be placed directly after this video here in the Miro. DroidCam, the software that I use to record audio, connects to my phone over the internet and plays audio. Well, not plays audio. It picks up the microphone, it sends it over. It doesn't sound great, but it sounds better than the microphone I actually got attached to my computer. So, you know what happens when you use DroidCam? 10 minutes and 18, oh, no, not seconds, seconds in, it completely cuts your audio for the next 30 minutes and then cuts your audios for the 20-minute video after that. And that means that you've just got to completely re-record basically everything because it didn't pick up anything. Because it was playing an ad. And it didn't tell me it was playing an ad, it just played it. And it didn't, you can't even hear the ad. It's just like something up on the screen. But I turned my screen off because I didn't need my screen. Oh, dear Lord below, I'm unbelievably not gonna pass. Oh, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I talked about there's so many files. There's so many files. Right. I'm pretty sure this file doesn't have anything interesting, but I'm gonna check it anyway, just in case. I am sorting by date modified as well, so that I can tell like what goes where. Shush and shush. Right. So this one, nothing has been done. It won't let me click. Okay, because my DroidCam decided to stop working, I am instead using a Quest 2 to record. And when you're using the Quest 2 and you're like streaming to your computer, you can see the screen in front of you. In fact, I might be able to show. No, I won't because I'm not in Steam VR. Bugger. I'm not able to show, but I can like see my computer screen in front of you, and I got controllers. So you'd think that with the controllers, you could see like the mouse teleporting. That's me using my different controllers and just tapping. You think with the controllers, it would allow you to like go up here and click, and I'm clicking, and I'm clicking, and it's not going. It won't read it. So that means I got to use my mouse essentially while I've got a light up blindfold covering my eyes. Where is... Oh, that's joyful. I can see it. I can see it in the OBS. I can't see it on the... Oh my god, that's pathetic. Right. Leave the mouse there. There we go. Right. So this one... Oh, it won't let me select anything anyway. This one, nothing has been set up. I don't know what exactly the plan is here. Like, literally nothing has been set up. There's no rotation. It just doesn't work. That's not, okay. Pink. Click. I need to move a bit closer to my desk. But yeah, you could see that this is all one piece. Don't get too excited over the reference. This is all one piece. Like the wheel is a separate thing, and then this is all a separate thing. This won't work. You need a separate little point attached to the end of this for this thing to do a lookout constraint to. Because what you do is you link it up to this. You attach it to this, and then you do a look at constraint to this little bit here. And so when you rotate everything, it does work. In fact, why don't I just do it? Why don't I just do it? So let's go here, because I feel like just doing it kind of showcases it. Attach you to you, attach you to you, and then that's wonderful. And then just attach you to you, attach you to you, attach you to you. And then go back here, go to here, animation constraints, look at constraint to this. Where is keep initial offset? Hello? Where is keep initial offset? I swear there's meant to be a little button that says keep initial offset. Hello? Am I blind? I swear keep initial offset. Position, scale, position, rotation, scale, position, axis, scale. Okay. Well, point is that's meant to have something and it doesn't. So then we go here, we right click, we wire parameters, transform, rotation. I don't know the rotation. It's X rotation. Wire parameters, transform, rotation, X rotation is linked to this thing. Okay. So this thing's wire parameters, transform, rotation, X rotation is linked to this thing's X rotation. That way. You know what? No, both ways. Connect. And then this thing. No, you lie. No, I want the thing beneath it. Wire parameters, transform, rotation, zero Euler, X rotation is linked to this thing's transform, rotation, zero Euler, X rotation, both ways, connect. This isn't the way I did it before. I did it so that it was a one-way connection. So if I rotate this, these two rotate. But if I rotate this, this doesn't rotate and this doesn't rotate. Which is how you're meant to do it. I'm just dumb. And then we go here and we hit wire parameters, transform, rotate, 0x links to rotate x. Both ways, connect. Cool. And then if we go here and we go here and it doesn't work, it's not changing the X rotation world. No, that's not what I'm meant to be looking for. Local. It's Z rotation. Okay. Slight mistake. Transform, rotation. Z rotation is linked to this thing's Z rotation. Or Z rotation. I think it's Z. Z. Y parameters. Transform, rotation. 0 plus X, Y, Z. Z. Da. What? Why is it doing? You know what? Let's just try it. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, I don't know what this thing is doing. I might have accidentally clicked something else. I did. Y parameters, transform, rotation, 0 Euler, Z is linked to this thing's Z, right? Yeah. I clicked the wrong button somewhere. Oopsie daisy. And then Y parameters, transform, rotation, Z into this thing's Z. And we could go to rotation and theoretically, yeah, everything rotates, but the connecting rod doesn't do what it's supposed to because it's still aiming at the origin of this little doohickey and know what it's supposed to. Yeah, that's essentially the basic explanation of every way I've linked up everything. And if you want me to demonstrate how I've done this, I do wire parameters, transform, rotation, Z rotation into this thing's rotation, Z rotation into Z rotation. But because it's smaller, we put a little asterisk and then we put a 2. And for this one, it would be take away 2, I reckon, probably. Apparently not. Well, let's give it a shot anyway. It's slightly broken, that's fine. Yeah, it rotates twice as fast. It's just rotating on the wrong axis. It's fine. But yeah, that's essentially what I've done for every single thing. A quick little demonstration, why not? I also downloaded this and then proceeded not to use it. I'm greatly intelligent like that. I did use it on one of the older versions, but the details schmeetails. It's gonna take ages to load. Yeah, there we go. Old linkage. This is figured out using maths the exact same as the other one is. It's still in the Word document, which I might still have open. I do. The maths here is the exact same as the maths here. It's just whenever there's a negative alpha, we always put a plus offset at the end. And that's literally it. It's the same distance away. It's not the same rod length anymore, I don't think. It might be. I think I made it slightly longer. I could be wrong. But yeah, that's it. Yeah, and also the boiler's too high, and the firebox is too high, and the cab is too high, and everything's too high, and this is too far out of sync with the level of the wheels. That's a horrible idea mechanically. You're pushing straight that way and putting it into an angle, which is going to put unnecessary strain on the joints here and here, when it would be much simpler if we just moved everything down until this was level. I did eventually remedy this, not 100% though. Oh well. Not working maths. Not working maths. You may see on the later model that I've got a go away. I've got a little brace here where this little stick is. And what I was trying to do with this essentially was I was trying to change this thing's rotation in accordance to this thing's rotation using an equation. It didn't end up working, and it was a complete waste of time, and I'm still quite annoyed about that. Come on, open. I said open. It won't let me scroll either. You have to drag on this tiny... Okay. What? Play the animation. Yeah, the rotation is being calculated. Why isn't it showing up as being calculated? Pause. I told you to pause. That's because I selected the wrong thing. Oh, there we go. Float expression. Here's the maths I tried to use. It didn't work. It's going in the wrong direction. It's not even going inside of the hole it's got here. I gave up on it, and for good reason, because I found a more simple solution. I know this is called Steam Engine Complete. It isn't complete. It shouldn't be called Steam Engine Complete. I'm keeping calling it Steam Engine Complete just so it's exactly the same when you decide to visit the OneDrive as well. Just sort by date modified. It solves so much. The naming conventions are horrific. Yes, I know. Go away. Yes, the first attempt. In the end, I know I've explained this in the first video I did explaining. I ended up using a spline IK, which if I go up here, it won't. Oh, it will. Hang on. Yeah, it basically makes sure that the bones follow the line, and I thought I could make it so that just like this one particular bone was a spline IK and it followed this line. It didn't work like that. Actually, no. It might work like that. If it does, I'm too stupid to figure it out. And there's also this like bit here which is entirely useless. There's no point to it. It's just there because I thought it looked cool. It doesn't. But yeah, that's one of the other ones. Then I think this was around the time I might have figured out to get spline working. I might have. There's no promises on this channel. I hate that it always opens that. I can't turn it off either, or at least not easily. I hate. Right. I've already explained this, but again, it's the same thing. Oh, this one actually has what I ended up talking about later, and considering it's 17 minutes in, it's probably part of something that didn't end up getting any audio. You see this? You see how it's like rocking from side to side? If we go to left, yeah, left orthographic, go over here, hit play. I don't know if you can notice it, but it is ever so slightly twisting, and you can tell that by the shadow you're seeing here. Essentially, that is because this bone up here, the back end of it isn't in line with the front end of it, and so the IK isn't doing like a perfect flat along the like. There we go. Along this flat plane here thing, it's instead a slight angle, and so when it does the IK rig thing, it ends up twisting this little thing up here because that's how it does it. And I fixed that in a later version. I don't think it was this version, but I thought it important to point out because I ended up spotting it later on and going, that's not supposed to happen, and so I fixed it. It's 1:43. I've got to turn this in at 3 o'clock. Go away. I hate that little message box. It's not meant to pop up. Why does it? Oh, you can see that I've moved everything down. And so there's considerably less strain on this pin and this pin, or at least there would be considerably less strain if this was an actual locomotive. But it's not. So I don't know why I'm bothering. You can see the bit that was attached is now gone. There is just a huge empty space. I'm pretty sure I do end up fixing that later. I can't remember for sure. But there is also like a bit sticking out here, which isn't supposed to be there. I'm pretty sure this is remedied later. But yeah, you can see all of the different things. You can see that I moved the boiler down. I've changed the funnel, changed the dome, I've changed the cab, and there's still not coal in the tender, but I do that later. Is this the one where I set it up? Yes, it is. You can see the very basic understanding of the noise modifier, and I just used it to create a whole bunch of different pieces of coal very easily. That's literally it. I used the noise modifier to be lazy. That's it. Oh, I don't want to fail. Please respond. I don't want to fail either, Sam, but I got my other stuff to deal with. uh, I will have a. Right. Yeah. So, the outside bit was removed. There's still the great big gap here. Like in this, there's this block that's not supposed to be there. But everything's lower down. I've added buffers. I've added the coal in the tender, which I did using the Mass Effect simulation, which I talked about in the House 2-story 3DS Max as well. I also pointed out the specific tutorial that I used in that video, but I'm going to do it again just in case. I might actually be misremembering this, so I'm double checking. And yeah, Mass Effect simulation. This is what I used. This is, yeah, including the whole set up a frame around it and not using concave collision, despite concave collision being what I ended up using for the buffers in the front in the end. But oh well. Yeah, it's all there. It's all connected, including like the main rotation controller. That's what this is, by the way, in case you're curious what the Taurus is. It was just something big and like noticeable across the entire thing, so you're able to link everything up as you're supposed to, essentially. I don't know why it's not moving some of the other things. Why is it not? Okay, what about? Yeah, it moves all of those, but it doesn't move the wheels here. Okay, well, I might have broken something. But in the animation it works just fine, so who cares? So yeah, did that. Bring back up the files. There's the FBX, which isn't going to open, despite me saying that it can load FBX. I don't think it likes animation with bones in it. That's the theory. I could be completely wrong. Do not take my word as gospel. All right. Here's the coach that I tried to model with it looking very, very bad. I ended up ditching this because I ran out of time. Oh poop. How many files have I got left? I've got a few. I can't to send it at 2, but I'm in the middle of something. Right, okay, so, yeah, carriage looks bad. Linked it up using Mass Effect simulation on the buffers, which I can demonstrate using this pair of spare buffers. So, go to each of these. Go to... Yep, hit that button. Is it dynamic? I don't know if I said it dynamic. Did I set you to dynamic? No, I set it to rigid. Bugger. That's not what I want. I want dynamic. Yes, and then I go here, and then I go to this button, and I hit concave, and I hit improve fitting, and I hit generate, and I go over here, and I go here, and I hit concave. No, that's convex. Concave. I hit improve fitting, and I hit generate, and I go here, and I hit concave, I hit improve fitting, and I hit generate, and I go here, and I change it to a rigid body. Yes, that is actually what I want. And then I go to concave, and then I hit improve fitting, and then I hit generate, and then I go here, here, here. I open up this menu. I go to here. I hit simulate without animation. It falls to the ground. So yeah, oopsie daisy. It obviously didn't set it like it's supposed to. And then I hit concave. I hit improve fitting, and I hit generate. I go to back to the menu, and I hit start simulating without animation, and it simulates it. And then once I'm happy with the place it's in, I can hit capture transform. Then I can stop that. Then I can evidently have to do it again, because apparently it didn't do it. And then I have to click on these, and then I have to hit capture transform while I've got them selected, and then I can hit that, and then I can go here, 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 and here, and I can collapse all, because collapsing that does nothing. And then you got a nicely done little hook there. And I essentially did the exact same thing over on the tender to carriage link. I made it so that this one was aiming downwards. Oh, bugger. I made it so that this one was aiming downwards and that this one was hooked into the other hook here, like it would be on an actual chain link coupling. However, on an actual chain link coupling, there would be like a bridge here to stop this from falling out, or like a further jagged bit that way, a more of a hook basically. But I didn't put that. I forgot to put that. Anyway, so that's that model. Don't save, because I don't want to keep any of the changes that I made. I want to keep it exactly like this so that you can come along and have a look. I've got 5 minutes to finish this, because I've got to rewrite something. And then I've got to send that at 2, and then I've got to do the first draft of the script in 30 minutes. And I've got to talk about Substance Painter again, because it lost all my progress for that. Right. So yeah, here's the exact same animation happening. I still got the carriage. I didn't use the carriage. I never used the carriage. I did. Yeah, there's no real changes of note here. I did go and export it as an FBX, but you see the first FBX isn't moving. The second FBX is. That's because I just forgot to hit bake animation. That's the only reason. So yeah, there's not much that I've done after this, I don't think, because the buffers have been added, the wheels are in the right place, like everything's been changed. Oh, go away. I still have this gap here. Do I still have this gap in the final model? I don't know. But yeah, no real big changes. I can see, really, I don't think I changed anything. I don't know why I made this as a new file. And it's opened up this menu again, which I don't want it to do. Right. Here you see that the main there we go. The main difference between the old version and this one is that the carriage is gone, because I realized that it was bad and didn't want to keep it, and B, the actual tender is in the same place. Before, what I was doing was within Unreal, I ended up placing it slightly further away. I move the pivot point like so that the pivot point was directly in line with this. I don't do that anymore. Not really. there's no real reason to. I don't know why I would. Yeah, it's there. I literally just deleted the coach and got the tender moved up. That's all that's changed. There's not much else to talk about. I will talk about something with the final one though, because I don't really know when this happened, and I don't really have the time to go back and check. But eventually, at some point, if it will load, and it's going to open the menu thing that I specifically told it not to open in this bottom corner. I guarantee you. Yep. So we go to train point, we turn that on. We go to tend point, we turn that off. If we play the animation, you could see that the rod is coming in and out of the well, the pin is coming in and out of the rod quite often, which is not good, essentially. So there's this little bit here, that's also off center of the rod. There's not much else to talk about. Oh yeah, and the tender, I didn't show this. I didn't show this before, but the tender used to not have this little block here, and in fact it shows in one of the older versions of the tender in Unreal. Yeah, that's all there is to talk about with 3ds Max. I tried to go quickly. It still took me 30 minutes.